Welcome back, guys. So in this video we'll be building a full functional login system. We are going to be using React for the front end and then Node/Express for the backend. While for the database, to make data persistent, we will be using Postgres. So if you check in my root folder, I have a front end folder. The front end folder is a place where I installed my React. So I will not be deliberating much on React in the front end aspect because I have some things set up here already, such like the dashboard, a simple dashboard. You can see that over here. Our login and our register. I'll be focusing more on the backend aspects, which is adding the functionality, the login functionality itself. So what I need us to do now is to start the front end server to see how things are in the front end. So I'm currently on my root directory. I need to navigate to the front end folder. So we'll say cd front end this way. We'll hit enter. We'll say npm run dev this way. So let's wait a moment. So you can see my server is now running on this port. So I follow this port to see what I've got in the front end. So you can see I just made a simple files. So now let's see the login form and the registration form. So /admin/login. So this is the login form. Let's see the reg form. So register. So this is the register form. So what I want us to do next is to go back to Visual Studio Code and set up the backend folder, the files, and the file structure for the backend. So I need to make a folder, and that folder I'm going to call it server. So I take a new terminal. I'll say mkdir. So mkdir simply means make directory. So the name of the directory, so directory is the same thing as folder. So the name of the directory I'm making is server. Now I need to cd over to server this way and then try to install some things. So first I need to initialize npm. I'll say npm init -y this way. So this is to initialize npm um, into the server folder. Now there are a couple of dependencies that we will be needing. So I'll be installing them. npm install nodemon express morgan pg. You just need to be careful while typing this, because if you make any typo, it will affect the installation of other packages. So you just need to be careful with your spellings. So JSON web token, we need bcrypt, we need cause, we need cause. So these are all for now. We'll install, we'll hit enter to start installation. So the installation, all of them are done. Now let's try to make more folders into this place. So let's create some folders that we'll be needing inside our server folder. So the first folder we'll need is controller, and the second folder that we'll be needing for now will be our routes folder. So, and I need to make my entry point as well. So right inside the server. So it's just a file. Call it index.js this way. Now I need to change something here. I will change this. I will set this to, this should be double quotes. I'll say type. I'll say the type is going to be module this way. Now let's try to set up our index.jsx js, our entry points. Import express from express. We'll have to initialize it like this and then make it listing app.listing to the port of 3000 that we just made. So